on the back, and Jax with a triple. I can't believe they turned this round. You're absolutely right. Their positions were really strong, but still, that was a 5-on-3 for NAVI. That should have been a much more winnable round, and it just looks like G2 are really here to play. Guardian now, 1 versus 2. Bomb going down. Nexa has a Molotov, which means, I don't know, Guardian has to get the kill on Jax first of all, and then he has to get in there pretty quickly, otherwise that grenade could be a lot of trouble. Has a kit though, and now right on the edge, and yeah, they pretty much know at this point. Try for a bit of a smoke, but the timing is gorgeous, and that's a quad kill for Jax. I'm so impressed by this round for him. Setting it all up, but then also saving it at the end.
I'm impressed essentially by the entire G2 team in that scenario. That's hard for a relatively new lineup coming together, and also, as they mentioned on the desk, there's, you know, second language team as well, to have that kind of patience and coordination to just say, you know what, yeah, we're 2 players down, but look at all the ground we've gained. Look at the map control we have. Look at the positions of our players. If we just wait, there's going to be an opportunity. Nexa gets the first kill, and when you're in that position that Jax is in that scenario, that first kill is everything, because that forces players to shift their position and try and kind of find out what's coming next. And that's when the opportunity arrives for Jax to take the next step. And that's just really well coordinated.
Wow, that was, I mean, I don't think NAVI, they're not going to have many more opportunities like that where the round starts with, you know, Flamey just getting 2 kills and then
one through a smoke.
1 through a smoke. Like, that's a rare opportunity, and if you can't convert that, it's a problem. 14-2 on Jax. He's pulling away from the rest of the field. Out-fragging everybody at the moment. Ooh, and a bit of damage there on the Guardian.
Ooh, this is cool though. NAVI, Electronic just snuck into lower B. Waited for that shot from Kenny S and then used the moment he knows he has to hide and cover just in case. And Electronic took the opportunity during that reload to get into the lower dark. Now he's going to have a lot of information. You can start shrinking the map a little bit if you're NAVI. You can start for letting Flamey rotate out of the B bomb site because Electronic has control of it all.
Definitely a heavy lean right now towards the A side of the map. The bomb, though, is over at the B side. So, that, I mean, all of this for G2 are that long. They've left Kenny back here with the AWP, which is sort of a classic strategy.
And Electronic just has to take the risk. He just has to cross his fingers and hope no one walks down mid and up lower dark.
Yeah, a bit of a risk, isn't it? I wonder if Hunter is going to be throwing that Molotov towards the car at any point, because that could be really uncomfortable for Boomich. NAVI need this round. I mean, they've got really almost nothing left here. It is a lot of on Electronic at the moment. 48 seconds. Boomich getting close. There's the flashbang right past him. Electronic on the other side. They line up for a big double, and he's going to take every single one. And with 40 seconds, surely that's all they need. Only Boomich going down, and NAVI. I mean, the difference between them winning and losing the round is just Electronic at that point in time.
Yeah, well, so many things still could have gone wrong. Like maybe he shifts his position if that play in towards upper dark comes in a little bit later. Maybe he just is looking the wrong direction. Either way, I love that call from him to take the opportunity early in the round to get that position. That's really, really cool. 6-2, and G2 have to save. P250, Deagle, CZ, and just a little bit of utility.
Setting up the boost. So pretty much just in time. Waiting for it. They had the opportunity for a while now, but they're going to repeat just when it's out of reach.
It's going to be... If he takes on Amanek with the 2 flashbangs, that's massive. This is a pretty risky to stay in that boost for that much time. And yeah, now that he falls, they're going to back away.
Well, except for Jax. He was...
Jax didn't get the memo.
No, he really didn't. He was, well, understandably so, excited about the whole way the game is going at the moment. But I wouldn't let that excitement exactly run away with you. It's still pretty much early days. G2. If they can get some guns away from NAVI in this round, that would be just perfect.
It's going to be tough to make that happen with what they have to work with. The most reliable would be just a nice 1 dig from Kenny S. So, going to set up a mid to B split with this smoke, but again, like with this kind of a buy, this kind of point in the round, no one from NAVI is going to get pulled away by that. And now you don't have a smoke to cover your route. You just have the flashbang, and that's not enough for Guardian. 1 flash isn't going to do it, although a missed shot is going to help you out. And now Hunter's got a new angle, and Electronic's low. They're at least going to get a plant, and there's a weapon.
Yeah, not bad at all. Electronic with no head armor, which is why he took that much damage. And also Guardian doesn't have any head armor. You want to be a little careful with that. Boomich going down. Guardian out at long. He's going to get caught as well. And now it's a 1-on-2. And Hunter can't find any safe ground there. But that's such an expensive round, needlessly so, for Na'Vi. Even winning the round, that's going to hurt a little bit.
Yeah, way too costly. That's well done from G2. Much better than I expected. A 4-on-5. 2 flashbangs to attack the A bomb site. You get by Electronic and Guardian. Some missed shots providing that opening, and G2 capitalizes. So small moral victory in the round. The plant, the extra $800 helps in a big way as well.
Yeah, it makes a difference. I mean, otherwise next I couldn't have got anything. I think Hunter would have been in trouble too, so...
Ooh, timeout being called. Really liking, again, a small detail, but we're seeing timeouts used in different fashions as we go. No longer is it when you're in trouble. Now it's, you know, making sure you continue on the right foot as well.
Yeah, sorting out the details, what's been working, what hasn't really been working. Definitely important. 6-3. It's not the sort of the same power out of Navi that I was quite expecting. So
listen, you know, it's still early.
It is early.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up. I'm just saying, you know, I think I was expecting some of what we saw in the second round where Boomich was taking a fight with the CC out long. Like, those are the sort of things I'm just expecting a slight bit more of maybe every once in a while. Like, they tried for that boost with the orb looking down in the lower dark, but then they didn't really actually do it. They were just kind of pretending.
I think he was just looking for a timing. He didn't want to get spotted. But, yeah. Oh, nice shot from Jax. Wow. He's had himself a nice start to this game. 15-4. And he's another one of the new blood of the French scene that has been super impressive. A lot of the focus has been on the Vitality guys and some of the, you know, obviously Zywoo's a big name and everything, but Jax, I think, has been going a little under the radar in terms of his contributions for this team.
Yeah, definitely. There's been a couple of people in the French team, right? Body, I guess, was the first of the new kind of breed of French Counter-Strike players.
I liked Body. What's he up to these days?
He's a super solid player. I'm assuming he's waiting in the...
Waiting in the wings?
It's got to be. Like, he's really good. Huge pickup for a bunch of teams, I think.
All right, well, next they're going to lead the way up catwalk. 3 players going to take late, long control, and Navi's actually rotating towards mid. This time the mid to B fake and presence does pull them away, and now it's about recovering your defensive stand, and you can't really go long. Boomich and Electronic are going to have to boost up, and that's risky with catwalk being exposed, but you've got Simple covering long, and they're lucky that wasn't a double out of Simple.
Yeah, that could have been a 2-for-1 for sure. Now he walks back into Kenny's crosshairs, and they know Boomich is out here somewhere. They're really paranoid about that smoke, and for good reason. And now it's pretty much fallen apart. Nexa, I think, almost shooting his teammate there, but they're going to get the bomb plant down, and they'll be in a perfect position here. They don't have a lot of money to go for any kind of a deep hunt, so you might want to be very careful about that, but...
Now that is the fine line that you ride as an A defender. If you're going to have a mobile defense back and forth between long and catwalk, those are the situations you can put yourself in. This time they get pulled towards mid. And yeah, you boost up and you get up successfully, but Simple is in the bomb site. He's not watching catwalk, so they actually have control of the stairs. They have control of long as well, and you can just see there's nowhere you can go to actually mount a proper defense. At that point, it's just all about some insane individual play. I think Boomich realized as soon as he got up, as soon as Simple took that shot, Boomich realized he was screwed. There was no help anywhere.
It really feels like G2 know what they're doing here. I mean, Navi have had a couple of rounds in, but ultimately G2 look like they're well in control of this game at the moment. 15-5. Jax is, yeah, he's still doing a good job, but Amanek is up there with him, and Kenny also hitting some decent shots with the AWP.
Amanek, French player, American trained. You're welcome.
What did you learn over there? What was the big takeaway? Oh, we don't even get a chance. Jax goes down. Similar kind of pushes to the one Guardian was trying to do in the previous round, but with a lot more success.
Ooh, nice find from Kenny S. Guardian. Slowly creeping out, and even the nade to blow the up back towards the doors to make sure it can't be recovered. You can see Simple be salivating at the prospect of picking up an op.
Yeah, he doesn't do that nearly as much these days.
Yeah, and that was a big talking point of Guardian joining the team, of Simple being able to go back to the rifle, which is At least it gives him a little bit more options in his playstyle. Hunter going to lead the way out catwalk. Smoke for Electronic to set up a wall in front of the bomb site, give him some safety.
Yeah, he's just hiding back here now. That grenade that he just threw out looked like it was about to be brilliant, but it only tagged him up a little bit. Just a couple of inches too short, I think. Simple, trying to look for the fight, but he's going to get down by Nexa. A brilliant double kill so far here for the newcomer, and Electronic is just waiting this whole time. I love the patience here out of G2.
I was
Normally when people they were so calculated.
Yeah, Navi is going to have to make an adaptation, and I don't even think it's on a team scale. I think it's on their individual decision-making in some of these scenarios, because it seems like they have the players and they have the defense most of the time set up to defend against this, but the fact that G2 is getting out on catwalk, getting that control, and then just waiting. And they're waiting throughout their own smokes, or the smokes that have been put up. They're not trying to over-aggress and overextend into a dangerous situation. Every time Navi comes back to peek for information to see what the hell's going on, G2's just ready for that. They're playing a very nice game at the moment, and Flamey going to try and take as many of these guns away as he can, and
It'll be none.
yeah, doesn't even get the damage, and he misses everything.
Yeah, I think what's happening in some of those pause situations throughout the execute is that, you know, one or two of the Navi members are going to go look, you know, and say, well, what's going on here, you know? And then actually what happens is they end up fighting one at a time, which is completely not what you want.
Yeah, well, G2's just controlling all the contact. All the engagements is exactly when they want them. You could see in that, I mean, Nexa just pausing and waiting and looking around the edge of the smoke. He's waiting for someone to peek around those defensive utility. 8-3 lead now.
Just pistols, a flashbang to set up for any kind of a catwalk play. Question is, are they going to do it on timing, or are they going to wait for some sort of cue? Well, there's a cue for you. You're going to do anything in return? They're going to pop that flashbang, but I don't think Hunter was actually flashed at all. He still went down.
I just don't think he was ready for it. That's the bomb on catwalk, but Navi realizes they don't have anything to really defend against that. They have no utility to hold back the tide of G2 players. Surely Molotovs will be used on those stairs, so no reason to stick around. So a man down, but still all the advantages in the world for G2.
Yeah, see if they can bring that, you know, rifle with them. Maybe just going to leave it, I don't know. But if you could find a way to throw it away, then that would be good. And now they're regrouping on catwalk, and they're going to run into Guardian with a USP. My hopes that he can come out of this alive is slim to none, really, at this point.
Here they go. Swinging out wide. Guardian's just going to give up the fight. Sitting CT spawn. No real chance of winning the round for Navi, although there is that gun if they can find it. I didn't actually see where G2 ended up putting it.
Maybe they threw it on top of the box in the corner. That at least you need someone to help you up there.
That'd be pretty next level. How
See,
much
they're
is
boosting to look for it.
I'm assuming Navi is going to just kind of wait and see if they can take any guns out. Actually, firing squad through the smoke, seeing if anyone's standing directly behind it, and that's going to give up the game. That's going to let G2 know exactly how many numbers are on catwalk, so there's no chance G2 is going to evacuate in that direction.
Where did they put that gun? I'm so confused. There aren't surely that many places you can throw that away on catwalk. I'm trying to look for it, but
Ooh, couple kills at the end here for Electronic and Simple. Electronic doing great damage. Kenny's going to blow up to the bomb. This is actually, I mean, as good of a scenario as you could have hoped for if you're Navi.
They threw it on the double boxes at the top of mid. So somebody went back there, or at least somebody threw their own gun there and then picked that one up.
Okay.
But that's next level.
That is.
Good job.
Listen, this has been a phenomenal half for G2, and they are absolutely dominating Navi at the moment. However, this half can still be recovered. It has to start right now, but if you're Navi and you get to 6 at this stage, like you're gonna be very, very pleased with that one. And now they've switched into a double up setup. Guardian's got one, Simple has the other.
Oh, and a bit of aggression coming out of Electronic. He made this work last time, but not again. Jax will be able to win that fight. Now 4-on-5, and you said, I mean, it can be recovered, and it has to sort of start now. And double up, I mean, that's not a bad way for Navi to get back in. You have to think that has to be one of the awesome powers of this Navi lineup. Is Simple and Guardian both with the AWP, but
well, Simple's going to have to take some risks now. Man down situation, and he's going to have to find his way over to the A bomb site at some point. Especially if Guardian goes down here. He's getting aggressive. Oh, a nade in the hand of Jax. Never expected that push. A good find from Guardian, and that'll slow down G2.
Hard to know for Guardian how many people were behind that. Could have been a single person setting up for a fake, or it could be the whole lineup. They've had so much success on the A-bomb side, it's kind of hard to fault G2 for going back there.
Now they have the flashbangs as well to make this work. You can force Guardian off the angle. Kenny can get posted up and make sure the repeat would get punished if it's there. I think Guardian spotted one drop.
He's got some backup hero at long, so maybe that's how he's not doing anything. He's going to take down Amanek. Good double for Guardian so far. Trying to peek on the box. This is very dangerous. If he goes down, this round can still fall apart. Over at long, it's Boomich to take down Nexer, and things just looking a little bit better now. I think he spotted out Kenny there. He must know he's going to take one more kill before he's finally downed, but a brilliant round out of Guardian. And Hunter now, 1 versus 3. And with the low health and the fact that he can't really go off this bomb side, it's just not looking very feasible at all. Go for a bit of a fight in the middle, but they're right behind him as well. And he knows by now. And Boomich will drop him. So Navi with another round. One step closer to the recovery.
That's big, and they also get to recover the second op. So here we go. We'll see if Navi can close this gap. Good round from Guardian, the triple kill. I even like the play from G2, Nexa out towards long. He was lurking, and I like the fact that he tried to get involved in the action before the round was fully decided.
That's a pirate ship, Jason. You ever wanted to be a pirate?
I still do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's a little part of you that...
Oh, hell yeah.
It's roaming around. They did make it look like a very sexy thing in Pirates of the Caribbean, didn't they?
I feel like there's a lot of things in this world that Johnny Depp could make look sexy.
Yeah, speaking as someone who's watched Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, I've got to second guess you.
I was thinking Willy Wonka, but yeah. Here we go. Simple, almost with the follow-up.
Yeah, goes back to the car, which personally I would say seems like high risk. He does have a smoke in case he's trying Molotov him, but that's not the only problem you're going to have there. One down in the pit, and he puts up the smoke. Is he going to be able to escape? This is so risky. Huge gap there, and he gets shut down. Hunter catching him. I feel like he could have just gone back.
That was ambitious.
He was.
Guardian had a flashbang to help him out, but either way, long control for G2. Well fought long control as well. Navi now spreading out across the map again. Flamey has not had a whole lot of attention his way over at the B bomb site. He has not had to see a whole lot of action. You've got Boomich in middle, Electronic on catwalk, and Guardian inside the A bomb site with that AWP and off angle. You can see that shallow nade because that position from Guardian, it doesn't let him spot anyone creeping up close along the wall. So G2 can actually push up very close, and you have to do this if you're Navi. You have to pop flash and take control of catwalks. You can only focus on long.
Yeah, it's a smart play right now, but they still need the shots. And Guardian, oh, he's in so much trouble right here. Hunter, what an easy kill for him, just walking right into the crosshair. And over at catwalk, Electronic trying to do the best that he can, but he's been dropped low as well. He needs some backup here. 2-on-3 though, and Hunter going down. That's a big play for Boomich to get that kill. Double for him in the round, and Nexer now in a 1 versus 2. And they're going to be right on top of him. He's back in a good position. They don't even realize by now. And Flamey finally coming in from the other bomb side. It's a straight headshot with the Krieg. And at least they will be able to get the round. Only surviving with 1 member alive. But it is, it's about time here for Navi. 5th round.
That is a valiant effort. And we mentioned it's still doable for Navi to come back and close this gap despite, you know, how disastrous this half started, how powerful it was for G2. 9-3 at one point, now 9-5. Navi doing a good job of a recovery, especially considering these 2 rounds they've now won in a row are both defuses. G2's been able to find their way into the bomb sites, and it's been a couple of retake scenarios.
Yeah, really an excellent job. 15th round going to be coming up now, and G2 don't have that much to show for it.
This is
going to be scrappy.
Third pause they're taking.
That's a lot. First half.
There's going to be very few abilities for them in the second half to kind of take a moment and reset things. But obviously really wanting that 10th round. That's a storage area. It's not a jail cell.
I don't know.
Well, maybe with a pirate ship.
Isn't the difference between a storage area and a jail cell just what you put in there? Like if you put people in, then it's a jail cell. If you put things in, storage.
That's deep.
I know.
That's very deep.
I've just completely won this argument, I'm pretty
sure.
Yeah,
you've blown my mind.
15th round. And we're going to get to see here. Galil's, 1 AK, some Mac 10s. I wouldn't even say that smells like a B rush to me, but they're gonna cancel it instead. But that was Big risk taken. I wonder if Navi don't know the economy. If you feel like if you knew that they had this, would you try and go for that play?
I'm not sure. It worked out so well for Electronic previously. And I think also maybe the logic is there hasn't been a whole lot of presence towards this side of the map from G2, so why not take the advantage and see if you can, you know, again, cut the map in half like he did previously. Here comes the execute. Oh, Flamey in the back, though. He's adjusted his position. The AUG is doing wonders. He's got a teammate here. Simple and close up is Jax. With that Mac 10, he finds the first, and that causes Simple to back away. G2 have control of the bomb site, but one has been spotted in middle.
Simple trying his best. Boomich going down, and now it's Simple in a 1 versus 3. He's boxed in. They have the bomb going down on the other side, and it's Jax to close out the round. A double kill and a 10th round for G2. Man, that's a hard round to lose at the end. We'll see how it goes in the second half after the break. Well, hello. We're back in the game. Second half going to be coming up, and G2 have really been surprising me. Not that I had low expectations on them. I just think they've been playing a cool game so far.
I loved everything about that first half from them. I thought it was great. I thought they called a phenomenal game. I thought that was a really cool style they brought out. I love that round they recovered the 3-on-5. I think that was a gorgeous round that you could probably break down in 10 different ways.
Love the fact that Jax got 19 kills and a half.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, there's not much to really find and to criticize at the moment. If I was being optimistic,
Guardian needs a nap.
You know, who can blame him?
He's having a yawn.
He put in some decent work in the first half.
He did. He had some tough rounds.
Maybe not enough for a nap, but
yeah.
But still, if I had to be optimistic about this Navi lineup, I would say now, well, you know, they're playing the CT side, so they had less of a chance to have an impact on, you know, how the round was going to play out and all the rest of it. So, you know, now is where I would love to see again. Just some of the deeper level out of Navi here.
Right. Well, this is where a lot of the excitement that we mentioned when the map started about Navi is, you know, Blade as the coach, Boomich as the in-game leader taking over, Boomich and his individual style on a different side of the map, being aggressive nature. Simple, obviously, being able to dictate however he wants to play any situation. A lot of fun things that can come out.
Look at Kenny. Just the information immediately. That smoke is obviously meant to obscure anyone running up catwalk, but Kenny's just there saying, no one's actually here. Jax is there as well. And now they're going to be looking down through lower dark. It'll be a very long smoke setup there for the potential B split. Kenny's still waiting for it, and he's just communicating so well. There's the call being made. Jax running in from behind and executing absolutely everybody. Boomich and Guardian going down, but they will get another kill in there. That was Kenny dropping as well, so it's still a 3-on-3. And now coming back into some of the action is Nexa right underneath Electronic here. Looking for just a headshot. Oh, we lined that up. He even took like a half-second more. Hunter going down, trying to backstab them, and it's still a minute left here. What a crazy round.
They need to find a way to get Simple. They need to just group up, the two of them right now, and go take control of middle, because they need to find a flank onto Catwalk and Simple. He's going to handle this so well, but he gets hit right in the face by Almanac. And now the flank opens up on Catwalk. The kit is picked up. The flank opens up on Long. So 2-on-2, and no armor on Electronic.
Yeah, especially because the kit was back there. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, that's obviously a huge thing. Electronic getting tapped slight bit, but Amanek is the one that's going to have to lead the charge here. Running up, he's got them out in the open, and it doesn't even matter. Flamey landing the headshot, and I think that's probably a GG in the round. Don't see what G2 could do now. Nexa even getting tagged, but that isn't the point. If they just buy time here and just wait, he doesn't have time to find them. It's a quad kill for Flamey, which is great news, and Navi winning the pistol.
Yeah, well done from Navi. Actually, again, like I feel bad because it is like a broken record, and they did lose the round, but I thought that was such a cool setup, and you could see some of the communication. Kenny S in middle, when that smoke comes out, he gets blinded. He's looking at a teammate's screen. He's calling for a flashbang. And then that pinch from Jax dropping off catwalk behind the split was a thing of beauty.
I mean, that could have worked just unbelievably well.
Again, it's one of those things where I think it did work. It just didn't win him the round, you know?
Yeah, it's a fair point.
They got him 2 kills, so you can't really complain, and it stopped the mid-to-B split from even happening. It was just, again, you have to give credit over to Navi, a very nice call to recover from that scenario.
Bit of a triple nade out towards long, but nobody going down from it. Now they're setting up here with more more grenade setups. Next to the one holding it for the rest of the team. It's just a question of timing. That Molotov, though, is going to, at the very least, delay things. But it's still worth going for at this point, isn't it? And if they do go for it and they're sort of halfway successful, Kenny actually has another HE behind that. So they could flash in, take a bit of a fight, then fall back, maybe HE it. A lot of openings, but they have to do it just right with the timing. Hunter turning the corner, and there's nobody there. So now V can be very happy about the fact that they weren't in position to get shut down.
Well, that's unfortunate. G2 had a really cool setup for that, but obviously it gets obliterated. The power of Navi into the bomb site. Nexa gets a kill onto Electronic and is able to take the scout away. It's going to be a 7th round now for Navi.
Yeah, so even at 10-5, right, they're recovering this game nicely. Now, we don't know what it's going to be like when G2 have rifles. Again, that's something that we're going to have to wait for a little bit. But it's looking a little bit better at least. At the very least. We can give them that. Ooh. I mean, it goes down. Still that scout. I mean, you don't have to hunt for it that much, but maybe send someone looking.
15 on Simple, 12 on Flamey, 13 on Electronic. That's a pretty powerful core trio for Navi delivering. It's still very top-heavy on the G2 side. Jax at 21 kills. He obviously leads the whole server. Next up is Almanac and Nexa, both tied at 12 frags. Jax off that powerful first half. They're going to have to sit around out with just the scout. Nexa has the 5-7. He's got armor as well and a little bit of utility just because he's got that gear already. But that's all they have to fight with. So this another round where Navi's going to have a massive advantage, especially considering the 2 MAC-10s, the UMP. They can be so aggressive, and obviously the MAC-10s against unarmored opponents is a deadly...
It's a real delight, isn't it?
Yeah, well, if you have the MAC-10, it is.
Yeah, well, I always imagine myself on that side of the...
On the winning side?
Yeah, it's just better, isn't it? It's a better fantasy.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know why, but whenever I do get into a position where it's you know, it's all lined up for like the perfect spray down, that's always when there's some bastard with a deagle that just, you know, you get 1 kill and then he shoots you in the face and you're like, oh.
You have that issue as well?
Yeah, it's
like
really
while
annoying.
we're talking about, you know, we mentioned earlier like the worst superpowers you can have. I feel like I have a superpower of being able to attract deagle bullets.
That's like Magneto, but you can't control it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
oh, no.
it's the worst kind of Magneto. Like I don't have the ability to repel, just to bring them in.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a good superpower in the game or in life. I feel like that would be a problem.
Yeah, both of them suck. Electronic lurking in middle. He's got the first. He knows there's one on his left, and he's fine to just stay here and take whatever fight is presented to him, except for the one that comes from behind.
I have another superpower in the game, if we're talking about that, which is I can
knowledge of useless spams.
Well, that's certainly one of them. But then the other one is I can summon enemies at corners whenever I want, and all I have to do is pull out a grenade, and then they're right there every single time. It's a magic trick, in fact. But I contain it well. I don't bring the mood down on the team.
What if you just don't buy nades?
I've seriously considered that. Just saying, you know what? I can, throughout the course of a game, I'll have a lot more money to work with, and I won't get killed by
far less deaths as well.
Needlessly throwing them in the middle of the game.
I think everyone has that superpower to a certain degree.
Yeah, it might be a common thing.
Yeah.
Well, 10-8 is the scoreline, and I'm hearing typing. Someone disconnected. It's very bad news.
It's a disaster. An absolute catastrophe. I don't know what we're going to do.
Well, we're going to get a chance to, either discuss superpowers. What was yesterday? Yesterday's topic was dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
If your superpowers were summoning dinosaurs, like, to fight for you. No one's ever gone there.
I think they've done that already. It's called Pokemon.
That's true. That's a good point. You know what? I missed out on Pokemon in my childhood.
Did you?
Yeah. I don't know why.
I don't think you're missing a whole lot.
I feel like no, but I feel like I
was
do
there
because
for Pokemon.
everyone keeps bringing it up now. Like it was a huge thing. So now I kind of kind of feel like I've missed out. I was busy playing Magic the Gathering. It was Magic cards.
Okay, so it's not like you were doing something
Cool. No.
It's that you were just doing something actually way nerdier.
Yeah, I think that's what happened really, pretty much.
Nice.
But it was all worth it. That's how I had to learn English at the beginning.
Magic the Gathering?
Yeah, read was on the cards.
You have one of those Black Lotus cards?
I didn't have a Black Lotus. I had something called a Mox Diamond at some point, which got stolen, but it was worth money and everything. I was really upset. Actually, stealing cards was like one of the things that happened a lot in school.
Did you have Pogs in Denmark?
We had Pogs. I actually bought a bunch for Walter at a flea market.
So you're like recreating your own childhood with your child is what's happening right now.
Is
you're not letting him exist in the present. You're going to make him exist in the boomer generation.
In his room, he has a VHS like TV, like one of those that has a built-in VHS.
VHS built-in, yeah.
So he's going to be the only kid
race car bed.
Even understands, yeah, exactly,
cool.
all that stuff.
Good
That's
for
what's
him.
happening.
Poor guy's going to get bullied.
Yeah. How do we rewind Netflix?
Oh, simple. Patiently waiting. Going to take the timing shot once he hears the pop of the flashbang. Just a little early.
The problems have been all fixed, so thanks to the admin team. It's 10-8 now, and we're heading into round number 19. We'll see how this all plays out. A lot of grenades on the T side, not so many on the G2 side, so that does severely restrict what you can do. I feel like that's one of those, especially if you retake, well, any of these bomb sites, it's going to be hard without grenades. They need to hold on right now. Otherwise, they might be letting NAVI back in the game pretty quick here.
Yeah, they can overtake this. They can shoot right above G2 very, very fast. And as we know, NAVI at the times likes to play these slow tactical strategies. This is a perfect time to run one the way they are. Low on utility is G2, and they're going to be using their smokes and their flashbangs.
I like this, though. Kenny, I mean, when you're out of grenades, right, you want to take some risks. That smoke kind of changed his mind, but I like the idea of it anyway.
Can't believe Guardian still has a scout. Boomich going to drop into CT spawn. The reverse mid to B split, and it's worked perfectly. Now Boomich can cut off the entire A bomb site. If he just stays in spawn, he's going to help his teams at least move. Hunter desperately looking for information, but I don't know how G2 gets players over to help this B bomb site.
They're in a world of trouble inside of this bomb site. Aminek with a good opening kill. Hunter as well, doing fine work. Somehow, the defense holds, and Guardian going down, and Boomich, you're right. He was here to do just this, and he's going to get some parting kills, but that's unbelievable. That should be a bomb site that just gets run over every single time. I'm wondering, did they not throw any flashbangs over the walls? I felt like that was way too easy.
Yeah, I'd have maybe in the replay we could see how much utility they had at the moment. I think the tough part of that too is the first part of the attack came from Simple with an AWP and B halls.
And he's alone there.
Yeah.
So the three people coming through the middle of the map aren't even the one initiating the fight. That's all very confusing to me. This is another hand talker, isn't it?
Oh yeah, a little bit. He's getting there.
I think he's usually very animate. I really enjoy it.
Okay, that was like a very French, though, like the fingers pressed together.
Yeah, French, maybe like Italian as well. Could be.
Okay, yeah, the whole region.
I know what you mean. Well, if we compare France and Italy, we're gonna get a lot of people are gonna get real angry.
I didn't want to touch that one.
We're gonna get in a lot of trouble.
I don't know enough about France or Italy to continue that conversation.
This is a point I think where ignorance is just a good thing. You know, just trying to compare different European regions always ends up in war at some point. It's 8-11, and we're going to be pushing out long for NAVI with the AK, with the flashbangs, and there's some absolutely amazing fireworks happening out here. Now Nexa, able to control the aim in spite of being about 80% flash throughout that. That's pretty impressive.
Actually, G2's come out on top of that despite the first kill going to Boomich. And he seemed to have the wide angle. That was a nice flashbang off the wall. I think the counter utility from G2 has worked this damage on a Guardian, onto Flamey, and also it disconnected them. No one could push up with Boomich to trade that second frag. That would have given Navi such a nice hold. 2 smokes, 3 Molotovs, 2 flashbangs for the offense. So they have the utility for a smoke wall if they want it. They're going to elect for the deep spawn smoke.
I'm pretty sure Kenny, first of all, saw where that came from, and I'm pretty sure he wanted to try and body block it. It looked like he was having an idea of both. So that's some info to work with. Look at how deep they are down on Catwalk. They know almost everything that's going on here.
Yeah, but this smoke is going to disappear. It's going to fade in CT spawn, and then you only have 1 smoke to make this cross happen. So let's see how this goes. Flashbang dropped. Kenny just looking for a head. Oh, he's going to get tagged up. Simpled already gotten over. Forces the op away with no damage taken.
Yeah, he must have seen the gun barrel, surely. That's what makes the most sense. Oh, Simple.
God.
Taking down Hunter. That was a nasty kill, wasn't it? And with the bomb plant as well, G2 said, you know, we get the message. We're out. Guardian, leg shot on Nexer. If it wasn't already clear enough, they're just not welcome.
I thought that was going to be much tougher for Navi, but, you know, I also think I misread the number of smokes they had to utilize, because they had a full smoke wall set up at the cross.
I'm pretty sure they only had one. Maybe they picked one up. I don't know.
It's possible.
Regardless, I'm pretty sure the gun barrel showing there did do a lot to make that easy.
Yeah, one of those weird angles where he couldn't see anything, but everyone could see him clearly.
Yeah.
That's another good superpower, or bad one.
In that sense, you know, inter manipulation was a good superpower back in the day. Shoot people after they're behind the box.
Yeah, dude, there were some fun config commands back then.
Some fun game modes too. Where's VIP? Where's the Warcraft 3 mod? Where are all these things?
Warcraft 3 mod would be cool. 11-9, G2. Just barely clinging onto this lead that they had in the first half. They've only won a single round in the second half. And they're almost out of money. Kenny has his 2,800. Everyone else is beneath 1,000. 3 players on $100. So talk about a must-win scenario here. Electronics out. He's going to extinguish the Molotov. Misses chance for that fight, but he comes back and he wins the follow-up. And there's Boomich to add on. Jax at the corner goes down, and Kenny feels very, very lonely with the op. He can get pushed from middle, from catwalk, and from long.
It's not like NAVI have a lot of money either. So, I mean, obviously a little bit more than G2, but the French could turn this around.
Look at Simple. He could take all this away. It'd be so huge if they can save these weapons. Simple gets the first and the second. Hunter can't react quick enough. And Kenny now has just got to start thinking of how he's going to survive.
I think it's more like planning for your funeral at this point in time. Like write a will or something, you know, and just figure out like who gets to inherit the AWP.
Right, the Dragon Lords.
Could well be the Dragon Lords, and there could be one of the Navi members even, you know, saving it at this point. They're not even planning the bomb. They're just waiting. They're on the bomb site.
Yeah, well, why not? You know it's Kenny. You know it's an AWP. Just clear out the rest of the map. You can see they're sending Simple over towards this B bomb site. Now they know where he is. Now everyone can just wait patiently. You see Guardian not even wanting the fight at the moment. He's waiting for everyone to get here. Smoke to make Kenny feel real awkward, and Simple is already prepared for the punish, the backstab. 10-11.
Yeah, it's the Undertaker showing up to put him in the grave. It makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Triple for Simple. He's up to 20 now, so having himself a good game, which is, you know,
pretty par for the course.
It is.
And Navi have completed the comeback. Score's not even, but they're here. They're 10-11, well within striking distance. They have the economic advantage. And, you know, in this second half, especially 5-1 so far, since we've switched sides, they are starting to build up some momentum.
Just pistols there. Jax. P250 at the corner. Smoke, he's probably going to be happy about that. Just saying, you know what, that's absolutely fine. Simple with the knife out, and they're right behind him. Oh, it's made me very uncomfortable. He got a kill, and almost a second one there on Nexa, but I mean, that could have been horrible.
I think Amanek missed Flamey. Popped up on a screen, but didn't quite see it. Trying to keep the AK alive. I think Amanek should be able to get this. Ooh, Flamey, what a heads-up turn.
Yeah, that was nicely done.
Just as I say it, Spidey sense tingling. And Nexa's going to back away.
He's got 1 health and a P250, so not much really to either hunt for or save or anything like that.
11-11. If you could make one wish right now, what would it be?
One wish right now. Wow. Like on any scale?
Any scale.
There's no... I would say...
Could have gone for world peace. Could have gone for cure hunger.
No.
You're dodging all those.
Yeah, we don't want any of that. I would say advanced artificial intelligence that we can control, that doesn't run out of control. That's my wish.
Okay. Well, we could have worked that into something cool, but that one you can't really do that one.
It's fine. We can world hunger and world peace. We can solve with that easily.
Okay.
No problem at all.
Nice little shank from Boomich.
He had 1 health left. I feel like it's just mean at that point in time, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He's already bleeding to death. And
Yeah, but every time you try you knife an opponent in a game of professional Counter-Strike, it's mean in a way.
yeah, I guess that's why it's always worth it. Like, you know,
That's why I feel so good for the viewers.
I do enjoy it.
11-11. All tied up, and G2 trying to put a stop to it right now. AWP on Kenny, 3 AUGs in play. No Kriegs for the Navi side. They don't want to hand those over. Ruben's going to try for the entry again, fighting inside of the fire. He would have been happy with a 1-for-1. Not to be this time. G2 is tired of putting up with some of those kills at long A, so they make sure to win it comprehensively.
Wait, can I reverse my wish? Can we change the double doors on B side? Can that be my one wish?
There we go. Yeah, we had a conversation about this last night. Let's flip them the other way.
Yeah, so forget world peace and all the rest of it. Just if we can do that, I'd be very excited.
Doors. That would be cool. Here we go. Kenny's gonna have a chance. Pop flash comes in. Backs away.
Well, everybody knows what that smoke means by now. It's one of those. That's one of those like meta game changes that happens, you know, throughout the course of a year. It's like the first 10 kills that happen like that. Everyone's like, "Oh man, that's brilliant!" And now people look for it. They know what's coming next. Boom! It's already out of the round here. Money's looking so much better for Navi. They could, you know, economically withstand a loss here in this round. G2, on the other hand, they're really stretched thinly. A lot of grenades raining in. Hunter forced out into the open, but everybody is flashed, including the enemies when he's coming in here. Kenny gonna get a kill on Flamey, and now it's a 3 versus 5, and Hunter just waiting behind this, doing a good job right now. G2 just playing patiently, and they're gonna be able to shut it all down. The bomb delivered literally right in front of him.
That is such a perfect peek from the 2 defenders in the A bomb site. They're fighting at the same exact angle, and it's right when Navi is feeling like they have to start checking corners. You have to check Goose to your left. You have to check into the bomb site and over at Railing. There's so many different points that Navi could have been peeked from. So great coordination between Nexa and Hunter. They're going to keep the AWP in hand as Kenny did go down. Electronic will be able to save this gun as G2 does not have the economy to hunt. But G2, again, just keeping that lead just barely.
And they can save the other orb in the middle, I think. So maybe should be fine. Or did Kenny not have an orb?
Oh, he had not, but...
Oh.
Not entirely sure where it drops. Either way, it was outside of the B bomb site. He killed someone in CT spawn or through smoke or something. So
fair enough. I thought maybe they had a chance to pick up a second one.
Maybe they didn't want it.
Maybe
they're not a double-opping team.
Who isn't these days? I feel like there's always... Even the people who don't expect it now just always have like a side career.
Yeah.
12-11 the scoreline. Guardian running down Suicide, no fear at all. He did have some backup with him in case there was a fight. And they're very quickly down the middle with the bomb in upper dark still. Do they want to go for it? It looked like maybe Electronic was thinking about it, but...
I was worried because the bomb's in upper B. Thought that might be the go signal. And also 3 defenders at the B bomb site for G2 is, that would not be a fun thing to run into. Oh, that Molotov does not clear out the corner. That's got to be so frustrating for Flamey. Jax might oblige him just by peeking into it, though. I thought surely if that Molotov fails, you just stay there. Flamey's got a chance for a second kill as Kenny peeks up into him, but now he's got to back off, and there's no one. There's no one at the A-bomb site. I mentioned earlier, 3 players at the B site. They have to rotate over to try and shore up his defense. A-bomb site is lost, and Electronic, oh, this could be so mean. He wins the first fight, and it took too long for him to build upon it, but he's still giving his team an advantage.
And Flamey finally got Kenny over at long as well, so... Yeah, everything was set up for G2 to fail in this round. It's the fact that, you know, they're pretty quick to try and get the rotation in, but then that gets interrupted halfway through. And even if it wasn't really perfect for Electronic, it was enough, basically. Yeah. Hunter now on the run with the AUG. Trying to save that.
They've got money, G2. As long as he saves this weapon, they should be able to pack in another buy, or at least maybe a small investment of pistol armor if they want to save up for the later stages. But I think the real issue for G2 is not being able to string rounds together in the second half. They've been responded immediately, and you're going down the stretch into round 25, and you have no economy built up, and you have no economic control whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like at a certain point, if this continues, if they can't establish that, if they can't get this money and keep it in their hands, they're not even going to be able to fight for some of these rounds down the stretch.
Yeah, that's a recurring problem for G2, isn't it? At least they got to save the org, which is, you know, like the ugly stepchild of the Krieg. Nobody likes the org. It's a real shame. Like, you know, if we were basing this on realism, it should be more accurate. It's got that bulk pop mechanism, which means the magazine is behind the trigger, so the barrel of the gun is actually longer.
Okay.
Whereas on, you look at every other gun that's in front.
A little bit of gun knowledge for you there.
Yeah, it's critical.
From the Dane, not the American.
And I'm
take note.
Fairly sure the French actually do like using the org in, you know, the real world too. So, and the FAMAS.
Is that a French weapon? I knew the FAMAS was.
I don't know if it's originally French, but I'm pretty sure they
just like it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. Well, 12-12 the scoreline. 25th round. It's a very, very even game to start off with. And remember how powerful it was for G2 in the beginning, and the little bit of that has gone away now. And NAVI, I wouldn't say that they've responded with the same kind of power, but it seems very methodical at the moment for them, and that's a nice kill for Flamey. Electronic going to go down in the middle, but they still have the bomb site, and retaking even 4 versus 3 is not easy on this B bomb site. Everybody knows that by now. Bomb is going to be planted. Takes a little bit of time here. They still have a Molotov and an AG grenade, and how quickly are G2 going to try and do this? Grenade going over does cause a little bit of a slowdown, and nobody coming in from upper dark. They are all going to try and retake this head on, so man, this is going to be a real fight. And remember, the G2's economy is low. They're going to go all in on this. Deep grenade in the corner by the car. Simple, just waiting for the flashbangs and try not to get flashed at all. And there's so much time already off this bomb. Now finally they're going to make their way through. Guardian with the kill. Flamey missing a bunch of shots, and now it's Guardian left. 1 versus 3. They'll pick off 1, and finally they find him. They don't have a kit right now. Oh, they're going to have time, I think. That's very scary. They're going to have it. It's going to be very, very close. Nexa got the triple kill. Hunter only the 1, and I'm not sure there is. Oh, what a disaster. They did everything they could, and they were off by less than half a second.
Retaking that B bomb site is so difficult. Even with the man advantage, even when they get the entry. They got the first kill getting into that bomb site, and it still can just be such a struggle. If they have a kit that obviously pans out, but what a tough way to lose a round. They do recover the AWP, but now we go back to the story of the economy, as we just mentioned. There's nothing to fight with, nothing you can really buy. A FAMAS, upgraded pistols, and that saved op. Ooh, look at how much people are here at long, and it doesn't even matter. Kenny gets that first kill. That's exactly what you needed. I think you made a great point just in that previous round. This play from Navi doesn't feel as powerful as maybe you would have expected, but tactically they've called so many good rounds, and Kenny's now rotated to a new part of the map. And he's picking them apart.
Yeah. This is the classic sort of Dust 2 style that we love to see. Every time you take a shot, you show up in a new place. You just keep them guessing forever, and this is what Kenny historically has been so good at.
And now you have a 2-man advantage, and you could just play the numbers. No more peeking for Kenny. He's done his work. He's made his play. Jax has an AK-47 out towards long. Off angle as well. Flamey gonna walk right into it. Beautiful headshot. A follow-up from Jax, and he might just seal this. He thinks it's clear though. Knife out, moving forward. That surely had to have been a call from a teammate that Boomich was elsewhere on the map. Either way, a 1 versus 4. Misses the intel of Hunter pushing up mid, but that means Dominic's gonna run right into him. Guns out now, and Boomich has that as well. Oh, surely not like this.
No, I mean, there should be no way still. They're going to get to the corner anyway before he does. Nexa there with the deagle in hand. Smoke is actually pretty critical at that point in time, but he still goes down. Nexa able to defuse the situation. That was, I'm shocked that they didn't hear each other, Amanek and Boomich. It seemed very confusing.
Had to have been some communication going on. Maybe not from Boomich's end, but from Amanek's.
Too many people screaming at the same time.
Yeah, potentially. Or talking about where Boomich is going or where he is, and Hunter telling him, I don't see him at long. Good shots from Jax. Better opening from Kenny S to deliver this kind of a win.
It's a bit of moral support there. Just don't worry about it. It's all fine. Nothing happened. 13-13. And double up now for G2. Double org. And Nexa with the AK-47. And Navi now.
This gets so spicy down the stretch because now it's Navi who's running into some money issues. They're gonna have a fine buy in this round, but that's it. Then they're out. G2, this is really cool to see them stick around in this map despite all the struggles. That's what I was talking about. Like the tactical calls from Navi, you think they attack the A bomb site when G2 is kind of stacked towards B with 3 players, and then like the next gun round they attack towards the B bomb site when there's only 1 defender there. So they've been able to get in, like just find some out calls strategically that have not allowed G2 to fight for some of these rounds.
Some grenades being thrown long just to sort of pretend, but the rest of them setting outside of B, maybe they wanted to go for it, but that Molotov has certainly made them second guess it, at least waiting for it to be gone. Amanek back here with the AWP, and he's going to get a target first. All the flashbang does nothing at all. The second one will a little bit, but Boomich is already dead from it. Trying to entry into the site. Hunter gets a kill on Electronic, and now they need to get this return right away. Navia, this round is going to collapse immediately. A great setup. Hunter putting up a flashbang for Amanek to get the kill. And now they've slowed it down surely enough. 2 versus 4 here, and no bomb plant, and I don't know how they do this now.
They need a mistake from G2, which I don't think is going to happen. All G2 has to do is stay in these positions. Jax has them boxed in. 3 players outside the B bomb site. If you're G2, you can let them plant. You don't have to actually challenge for the site whatsoever. Navi is just patiently waiting, paused, hoping for that mistake.
Yeah, but Guardian has a smoke on Molotov, so they can probably be a little bit safe in the bomb plant, but then after that, what happens? There's the Molotov into the window. Simple going to make the cross zone over. The spam through the smoke doesn't really do anything, but...
That's all their utility, Navi. They have nothing to slow down this retake. They need the kills. They need one now to at least alleviate some of the numbers, and they've got it from Guardian.
That's a big kill. That was the flank coming in, and now the rest are coming through the other side. The spray from Simple, the transfer into Nexa, and Hunter coming back with even better. Double kill there to save the round. That is right on the edge. Man, I thought for sure that was going to be, as soon as he got that double kill, Simple, that should have been the round. And instead, it's G2 bringing it back, and I don't know, they almost lost a 2-on-4 there.
You can never feel comfortable when the T's have control of the B bomb site. They're able to get the bomb planted in that fashion. It's so tough. This is almost a thing of beauty. The transfer down. Kenny has took a little bit longer than he would have liked. I think that smoke must have just kind of ruined Guardian's vision just enough for that fight to go the way of G2. And all the struggles now, you can forget about them for G2. They have the lead, 14-13. They have the money. They've regained economic control right at the perfect moment, and they've demolished Navi's money as well.
Yeah, that's so hard to deal with if you're Navi. You had a long time where it was the other way around, and you had the luxury of only having to fight a limited economy.
That's the first time in the second half G2's been able to win 2 in a row.
What a time to do it. What a fashion to do it in.
And what a delivery. 2 smokes, a plethora of flashbangs for Navi on offense. They just want to string them over. They want that bomb plant. They've got a 2-round losing bonus. Nades a bit early. Molotov is perfectly timed, and that's going to split Boomich and even Guardian running through it with the Glock. They're going to drop down, but these are the only 2 players really attacking. Still a couple of flashbangs from Electronic, but they haven't come out, and they're not being impactful. There's the second one. Nexa blind, but the crossfire setup is just too good. The defenders at long helping Nexa out, keeping him safe, and that's the bomb on the ground. Navi will be denied the bonus money for the plant, and G2 is going to have 2 chances to close out this opening map.
But there was so many people out at long there that even Nexa on the ramp, he didn't even really worry about it. He was like, you know what, I'll just spot up to the actual catwalk itself, and you guys take care of that. 15-13, and G2 with a strong turnaround towards the end of this half. It looked like Navi were about to just undermine everything that they've been doing in the first half.
Yeah, this is an awesome performance from G2. And the 1 round, we were laughing, maybe they're not a double-up team. They did it 1 round to get that win. Amanek in the B-bomb site, and they haven't had to go back to it. Jax fully blind. Everyone fully blind at long. The defense is getting demolished. Flaming Electronic with opening kills. Kenny missing a chance to start evening things up, and now he's in some real trouble. Thankfully, there's no Molotov on the Navi side to flush him out, but still a dangerous scenario.
Yeah, he's playing at the edge, and Flamey reading that perfectly, and this is just a complete rundown. G2, absolutely no chance here. Amanek and Electronic weirdly hiding inside of the smoke together.
Just a couple of guys hanging out in smokes.
Yeah, that's fine. But, I don't know. Surely, are they going to come check it? Simple. Oh, well, a little bit of a pre-fire there for Amanek, and he should be found.
What a weird peek from Simple.
Yeah.
The unintentional peek. That had to have been so frustrating for Amanek.
He pass shot him, didn't he?
Well, we're going to have to turn that into a thing. 15-13, about to be 15-14. We were lamenting that we didn't get that feeling of power out of this NAVI roster with the amount of skill they have. And I think that round they just showed it to us. Brute force, out long, never stopping. Flamey and Electronic, 4 kills between them.
Yeah, that's the kind of round that I expect to get every once in a while at least. 15-14, yeah. A chance for overtime on the first map. We've got a pretty good selection of maps here as well. Dust to
Overpass is next. Yeah, it's going to be great.
No one mentioning Nuke at the end.
I like Nuke. But, you know, it's a third map. We have to get there before I get excited for it. I don't want to get my hopes up only to have them shattered at the end of Overpass.
Yeah, that's a good point.
4 players at the A-bomb site for G2. Actually, 2 now disappearing down towards CT spawn, but surely they hear the information. What is the reaction? It's just Boomich here for the moment. He has Electronic behind him in support. Now Guardian and Flamey joining up on Cat as well.
Nexa shutting down Boomich. That's a play he's tried to do a number of times, and usually he's successful in getting in here, but this time it was a little bit quick. Nexa going down to Flamey inside of the bomb side. Amanek just trying to hold on. He's got the AUG, and could he stand up for a kill? That smoke obscuring the vision in front. The peak is so quick for Simple, and that just might be it here. Could be overtime. 4 versus 3 at the moment. Guardian, a lot of trouble in the middle. I'm shocked that he got that kill. Oh no, he even picks it up. He got the damage first of all, but then the follow-up. That might be too much.
Yeah, this is feeling like overtime. Navi might have just done it. 2-on-3 retake, but how do you get back into this? They have 1 kid on Jax. They have a flash and an HE grenade. But Simple controls upper dark, and these are some tough choke points to make it through.
Especially with just 1 flashbang to set it up. Kenny's just put it out now. Jack's going to turn right into the AK-47. And for all of their efforts, it's not going to be enough. Overtime instead between Navi and G2 here on map number 1.
What a great battle this has been in the opening series for each of these teams.
I mean, I don't know, that G2, they looked like they had it, that early kill on Boomich as he dropped down. Like, that's also the giveaway for the strategy, right? Like, you know more or less what's coming next, but it's very hard for Amanek to do anything. He actually hit him through the wall.
Yeah.
I was so surprised by that.
He just took the shot in the deagle as well to finish things off. All right. Jack's at 29 kills in regulation. Nexa ends with 25. The other side of things, Simple leading the way, 26, and Flamey not too far behind at 22.
Yeah, I mean, a very, very impressive game still from Jax all throughout the first and second half. Now the money trouble has gone away. So double up right off the bat for G2.
Yeah, forget about the economy game. Everyone gets whatever they want in overtime. Flashbangs out towards double doors. Fast pace up catwalk for Navi. They want to get control, and I think someone from G2 must have mentioned the utility being used in mid, because it looked like they were going to shift 2 players down to CT spawn, and they changed that with the quickness. Early utility, early Molotovs for the G2 side in these choke points.
Still leaving Amanek alone in the B-bomb side, which, I mean, that may be a point of weakness that they're interested in exploiting. Guardian going down, though.
That is a bold peek. He must have just got there. He must have just spotted as soon as that smoke plume. Guardian didn't even have a chance to respond. Immediate headshot from Nexa. Now Navi seems a little disconnected on the map. You've got Electronic still on catwalk, 2 players in mid and lower dark, and Flamey coming to join up with them. 3 players going to attack the B bomb site through the upper halls. And Electronic has a chance to either go out mid or try and cause a distraction at the A bomb site, but he's going to try and keep as many of these rotators here or eliminate them as they move across the map.
There's the setup. Pretty deep smoke allows you to get out behind it once the first one clears. 28 seconds, so, I mean, there's no chance for any kind of a fallback or any kind of a change of mind here. We're just spraying into the wall as they come through flashed. Amanek firing the gun. Hunter, no one's checked for him yet, and that's a big problem. Double kill for him. And the round is done already. Now, if they had gone through, this would have been such a cool flank for Electronic, but it doesn't really work. Nexus very quick again.
That's happened a couple times that we've seen for Na'Vi, where they've had, you know, the massive attack towards the B bomb site. We've seen it with Boomich and CT Spawn. We see it with Electronic there now trying to drop off Cat and backstab, where the main hit just doesn't have enough production, just doesn't have enough success to make those flanks, to make those lurks impactful in any way. 1 round lead for G2.
That's a good start to the overtime, at least. Random shots to the middle, but no chance really, not even close. And again, Amanek just left alone over on that side, putting a lot of faith in him to try and do that hard role to play on your own. Now pushing out long, there's such an army of people out here. 4 people for G2. They've been absolutely out-called here. Na'Vi, a big risk for G2, no doubt, but when it pays off like that, you're just going to be so excited about it.
And down the stretch, the opening kill on Guardian, the last round, the opening 2 kills in this round, Nexa is delivering in a big way. And him and Hunter down to CT Spawn, they've lined up. You have to imagine this is going to be a boost. There's the feed from Hunter up top. That's the bomb as well. On the ground, Na'Vi has to stay committed to be able to recover that. And Nexus spotted one more. Molotov in as well, and Guardian's going to be forced forward, but thank God the smoke was put into place before he had to. That is a timely piece of utility. Electronic goes down from behind, and Na'Vi just getting absolutely slaughtered out mid. 17-15.
Wow, this is a very different style coming out here in overtime for G2. I mean, the risk to stack 4 people at long like that, obviously they're not going to stay there, right? If they don't have a fight in the first 5 seconds, then they just fall back, but still, that worked so well. And if you're Na'Vi and you run into that, you might just be thinking like, well, what on earth do we do now, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, they've been, I mean, for as good as we praised their tactical game on this T side to start the second half in regulation, they have, well, however you want to describe it, they've cooled off, or G2 have kind of figured things out. G2 have adapted nicely. Whatever happens, G2 defense, they've just done much, much better. Good shot from Flamey. Ooh, is that through the smoke?
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, he was trying to push.
Oh, he was trying to push.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Double open play from the Na'Vi side. They had a third one in spawn. Might as well just buy that if you have the money for it. Chance for another one here. Flamey nearly getting Kenny. Very aggressive.
How do you come back in this round? You have to feel like if G2 want to take this one, want to sweep overtime, Almanek's got to have impact for that AWP in middle. He's at least got Electronic. No point to re-peek. But the defense is so split. 1 at rail, 1 peering towards long. That's Kenny S with the low HP. And 2 defenders in B. It almost feels like they need to start rotating or push into upper dark at the moment, because utility is being used at this A bomb site, and Nexa's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he's flanking around him as well. Boomich here. Could be a big opening. Kenny's on the crossfire, but there's an AWP at another level in front of him, so that's very hard. Yeah, he's got 2 targets at different heights, and I don't even know how you do that. Nexa is going to get dropped. That's a nice jump from Simple, and yeah, I don't know. That's very hard to hold if you're those 2 A players. The timing on those fights for Na'Vi was really good as well. Hunter sneaking in with the M4. Just hiding right underneath the rest of Na'Vi, and he's going to get found by Boomich. Amanek, yeah, no chance for anything here. But it's the last round of overtime in this half, so might as well go for it. A round for Na'Vi at the end. So 2 more for G2, and they'll be taking the victory.
That was the problem for how split G2 was at the end of that round. Was, you know, even if those 2 players do have a chance at retaking, maybe it's like a 2-on-3 or a 2-on-2. You could see Hunter's just trying to get into position to begin that retake as soon as his teammate arrives. But that's such a long route to run, pushing through T spawn, rotating all the way around to long. It just takes so long to come to fruition. So Na'Vi have the 1 round of breathing room. 19 is what we're looking for to crown a victor in Dust 2.
I feel like this could be an issue for Na'Vi though, which is that their CT side was looking a bit weird. Like they didn't have
good weird or bad weird?
Like a bad kind of weird.
All right.
Not the good weird.
Like leather and whips weird.
Forrest in a leather skirt weird. Not that kind of weird.
I think Forrest could pull off a skirt. A leather skirt.
I feel like he almost certainly could. He's got like he's got the hair and the beard and everything. He could look like some sort of Viking, I think. Not exactly a ninja, but still. Ninja Viking, I think that's a cross no one's ever tried.
Listen, I'm all for it. Even throw Pirates in there somewhere. Give them an eye patch. No timeouts for either of these teams. They've used they used all 4 on both sides in regulation.
That they have.
So getting started now. Freeze time coming, or just beginning really. A little switch between halves to allow one last conversation with the coach. 17-16, 1-round lead for G2. A pair of rounds gets them the win. Navi needs 3. They need to sweep this second half.
They had a bunch of rounds, Navi, where they tried to go aggressive on Catwalk, even with Electronic pushing down, and I felt like that didn't really work. But then
it felt like they started slow. Remember, G2 got out to, what, a 9-3 lead, and then Navi closed the gap to 5-10. And there's now some rounds under their belt. I think Navi, this might look a little bit better considering
here we go again.
Warmed up. Good opening kill for Electronic.
Who does that? Like, if you get to that corner and you've even made noise getting there and you're not finding anyone, who decides, I'm gonna double down on that aggression? That seems truly crazy to me.
All right, so G2, when you lose that player in mid and he's the only player in middle giving you information anywhere else on the map, that was supposed to be a play towards the B bomb site. You have 2 options as G2. One of them is to move forward because you've lost that presence. The other is to fall back, rotate around, and re-clear everything. And it happened so early in the round that they have the time to do this. But it is going to chew up a lot on the clock. 1 minute, we're just passing that mark. And just now, 2 players from G2 getting over towards long, having to spend utility to clear out close corners.
Simples on that long corner with the AWP. Not usually a fight you want to try and take against him. Could obviously set it up with a grenade, but still.
Yeah, it's going to be a late flash. The question is that going to tag Simple?
Oh, Amanek, you're in a lot of trouble here. Does back out, but he could have been dead already. There's the flashbang, and nothing comes of it. Jack's going down, now a 5-on-3. Make it a 5-on-2 as Hunter gets dropped by Guardian, and Amanek and Kenny.
There was no real strength behind that attack. That was all going to be someone needs to win a fight. No one moving with together to go for any kind of a trade. That was you're gonna win or lose this battle at long. You're gonna win or lose this battle at Catwalk. 17-17. Navi off to a good start as they switch sides in OT.
Yeah, and that should give them some confidence to work with. 30 kills on Jax. He actually slowed it down a bit now. Next, they're catching up at 29. And I guess a little bit more of an even spread on the Navi side. It was a nice fight for Boomich.
That was a very nice fight for Boomich. This is a good position for Hunter as well. He can turn that corner very quickly. I think he's waiting for potentially a flashbang from his teammate that's delayed because of the Molotov. Here we go. 4 players out towards long, 1 in lower dark. That's Jax. He's just going to lurk. He's going to defend against any rotation from these B defenders on towards Catwalk. Maybe able to backstab and CT spawn if they get to the post plant scenario. Look at how cautious this has been. Look at how much utility G2's used to get this long control. It's just, what, the 1 smoke from Kenny S?
Yeah.
That's it. They've got everything else still. I mean, what a heavy utility-heavy hit that this is going to be on the A bomb site. Here it comes, Molotov towards car, flashbang into the sky. Kenny S getting in towards pit. And still no one from Navi. They've got 3 defenders stacked at the B bomb site. And they still have not moved.
And as a result of losing long, they're going to go check Catwalk. Now, the one thing is obviously Jack's down the middle. That could be a problem. Simple starting to push into upper dark at the moment. 40 seconds on the clock, and Guardian just up on that side with the AWP still. Smokes and grenades is going to make his job really, really difficult. And if he overpeaks, he's going to walk into Kenny. Oh, the timing is so good for it, but they're still right on top of him. Boomich there to save him. The bomb goes down. Now Hunter trying to bring it back, but Boomich with a solid defense. He's finally taken out by Kenny, but still a 3-on-3 with 18 seconds left. They need to get up and get that bomb plant down right now, but nobody's moving for it. Finally, there's a bit of a run for Jax here. 10 seconds left, and yeah, they're finally going to be able to get the bomb down, but this is so risky.
Didn't have any utility. It had to be Jax. He was the only one who could make the run. They didn't have any way to cross long. Navi, for the moment, held off by the smoke on Catwalk, and they're just going to go right through it, right when it fades. Here we go. Retake begins now.
Jax, good position with the AK. They're looking over. Oh, he can get the shot right through. He stays alive for a little while, and finally going down to Electronic. And now out at long, both Kenny and Amanek here. Grenade, it doesn't really do a lot. Electronic able to get the one, and now Amanek alive, barely, and Simple will drop him immediately. And with the kit, that's going to be a round win for Na'Vi, bringing them a single round away from taking the win here in overtime. That was a hard retake.
That was a real difficult retake, and G2, it felt like they had the advantages. The time that was delayed because they couldn't cross long to get the bomb was huge. Boomich does such a phenomenal job over at the corner. Look at how hyped he's getting. That is awesome. He covered Guardian so well. Remember, Guardian got punished in that position at the A-bomb site a number of times with that smoke wall because he's playing behind the boxes in the site. So actually, G2 gets really close up before he has the information.
Yeah.
They get to walk along that wall.
Oh, they're going to try for a B rush, see if they can extend this into double OT. And that seems to be working very well, extremely well at the moment. They should do this more often.
B rushes?
Yeah, with the MAC-10 leading it.
MAC-10 is the weapon that, you know, if you can't figure it out, just go to the MAC-10.
Try and see if you can roll your way into a bomb
Vegas
site.
Squadron were really just ahead of their time when you think about it.
Yeah, misunderstood, like not appreciated in their own time.
Right.
I agree. 2 versus 5 for the retake.
Plan go of Counter-Strike.
Also slightly crazy, is what you're saying. Well, I don't know what they can... I mean, the grenades have been thrown here, but there's just... Every position has 2 or 3 people looking at it. Guardian has run out of time and everything else. It's going to be 18-18, double overtime now between Na'Vi and G2. We get to watch this madness a bit longer. I'm starting to think, like, what is it that we've sort of seen so far? I think one thing we've learned is that Amanek likes to play this B bomb side alone when they're on the CT side, right?
At
Electronic
times,
likes to push Catwalk when they're on the CT side. So there's some trends that are sort of showing up here and there. And if you're in-game leading on either one of these teams, that's what you have to put all that together, right? And say, well, okay, well then what? Now what?
It seems like this is a lot of these calls from the T sides have been able to like just take advantage of like the timing of some of the calls is massive. Like we've seen it, both of these teams run that 3-man stack towards the B bomb site of someone on rafters outside of the window and 2 people in the site, and no one ever goes to B when that stack is being run, and they don't even know. It's not like they read the play. It's like it just happens to not come to fruition. We've seen both teams kind of really struggle to recover in those scenarios.
Look at Amanek actually just buying a MAC-10 with
Right.
16,000.
You told them they should do it more, and they're going right back into it.
Well, can't really complain now, can I? Here we go. It's another B rush coming through, and there we go. Amanek just charging the whole thing. It's going to be the AK to enter, but it doesn't even matter. I think it's the fearlessness that it provides you with that MAC-10. You're feeling so sure about it, and it's worked perfectly.
It's not fearlessness. It's, well, maybe it is a little bit, but it's mostly that you just accept death.
Yeah.
You just say, I'm going to die, but I want that one kill. Kenny, he spotted one coming in for a flank. Utility is out. That's a nice nade, and that pretty much seals it. This should be around for G2. The odds are definitely in their favor. Kenny's coming back just to make sure, just to watch this flank, and ooh, misses his shot. But still, just such a long way to go. The flashbang is going to cause Electronic to turn. That one's much easier. So 19-18 off the back of 2 B rushes led with MAC-10s. G2 forced double overtime and now get the first round in double overtime.
Do it again. One more time.
They don't have the balls.
The thing is, obviously do it again, you risk that they're going to be throwing a lot of early grenades and they're going to have like 2 or 3 people there, but...
That's like almost more of a reason to like not do it, because you just know he's going to waste like the Molotov, right?
Yeah, that's a good point, but also...
But also, it would be epic if they did it.
Yeah, what if Navi...
You would go down in the legend.
Yeah, it would be... They even have the spawn for it, actually. But they do give it up. It's just that there is also a world in which Navi say, well, they're not going to do it a 3rd time, so we're not even going to, like, you know... So...
What if Navi just threw the smoke and put 5 players at A? Just like, I dare you.
Come get some.
That'd be great. It's not a B rush. All but long on Simple, off on Catwalk. In the hands of Guardian. There's that flashbang again. You just mentioned it right before double overtime started. The trends. We know Navi and Electronic love pushing Catwalk. Simple going to have to try and get away, and that flashbang misses the sign of the turn. I guess he just kind of gave up. He was like, if that flashbang doesn't land, I can't get back.
Ooh, that's a nice shot from Kenny. He read that very well. Yeah, that one missed grenade could cost them almost everything here. It seems silly, but they actually had the opening kill on Hunter, and then afterwards, it's not that he's playing the long corner, it's just that he has to get back from it. Flamey in the middle, could maybe take a fight versus Amanek. He's hiding in the corner, but yes. Oh, actually, it's Boomich from T-Spawn getting the kill instead, and that's huge. That means they could at least focus on the A bomb site. They still have at the crossing. Electronic ready and waiting. He has a Molotov, so they don't actually have smokes to make this crossing. This could be a disaster. They flashbang, so they might just have to take the fight versus Electronic, and they will. A beautiful fight it is. Nexa easily dealing with it, leaving Flamey 1 versus 2. That worked out very well.
That worked out so well. The late peek from Kenny to add on that second kill. Here we go. Flamey has a kit. It's going to be tough to find, and I like the idea of peeking before Kenny can get situated after the plant, but Jax is watching for it. 20-18. Looking for 22 to crown the winner. I want to know what he said.
We can, I'm sure we can get some people to do some lip reading.
Russian lip reading?
Russian. There must be people out there who could do it. Get on it. Kenny with an attempted flick. Guardian ready to take the fight in case there was going to be a follow-up there. And some damage onto Amanek. Electronic trying to keep him locked in, but surely this is going to be dangerous at some point. And the interval's not working out in his favor.
Ooh, Guardian finds one. That's over the smoke. There goes Kenny. Again, this is the same thing that happened in the first overtime, as Navi just looking for that one buffer round. Boomich is all on his own. There's no help. Guardian's almost here. And, ooh, Boomich wins that fight anyways. Guardian can now get a deeper angle. He can be more confident in his commitment. But Boomich still under a lot of pressure with the flames at his feet. He extinguishes them at the right moment. And Nexa has to back away. He has to know there's a second player that's come over to help out. Weird, tenuous round. We'll see if G2 can call themselves out of this. 3-on-4.
Hunter looking like, oh, it could have been a beautiful position. It still might be. Guardian coming back a bit too soon and wasn't even ready for it.
Nexa's got the bomb, though. Nexa's got the bomb in the corner.
Oh, you're right. That's very weird. And scoped up, he can't even see Simple, and that's the bomb down. This is looking like a very winnable round out of Navi. Amanek down the middle. He's going to get caught by Flamey. That'll be 19-20. So still staying in this Navi, even though it looked like G2 were about to a pretty good start to this double overtime.
Yeah, that was great. I mean, the success of those B rushes has been massive, and I thought they were going to take all three. But that one round, that one buffer, going to make them feel much more comfortable as they switch back onto offense.
Time for Navi to go for the same B rush, just to sort of even the score.
We can do it better?
Yeah, show them. I think Boomich would be the guy to do it. He would love.
He'd be the Mac 10 user?
He'd be the Mac 10 user.
Yeah, I certainly would.
Well, let's see. The pressure is certainly mounting. Again, like when you go into these kind of double OT scenarios, when you're playing best of threes, it's so weird when you end up losing them and then you've got to like reset mentally and go back and play the next one. That's always a bit tricky. 20-19. And now they switch sides. Navi on the T side, G2 on the CT side, and pretty fast grenades down the middle. They set up a smoke there at the B-bomb site, I think just pretending. Again, Amanek playing alone over at the B-bomb site. That's been a feature almost every single round here. I think in the overtime rounds we had so far, it's been one round where he's had backup there. Yeah,
I think one of the rare times we see a second player in there, it's been oddly enough when he's had an AWP. Not this time, though. It's a nice nade on a Simple, little bit of damage dealt. Some utility being spended on Catwalk. Counter nade. Good chip damage on a Simple and Boomich with those HEs. And 3 players for Navi situated on Catwalk. And it's a very slow-paced, quiet. Oh!
I'm so shocked.
That was cinematic. You saw the tracers. And, ooh, Guardian even might have had a chance over the smoke. But this is a weird situation for Hunter. He's got to get there quick enough to make sure that Simple hasn't actually infiltrated the bomb site, but he's got to be very cautious in how he does it and not cautious enough. Smoke clears the wrong moment. Oh, the double! Kenny's brought it right back.
Yes, he has, but they're controlling the bomb site here. Simple's got it. The question is, can they get there in time without risking too much? There is a smoke on Flamey, so they can cross safely down the middle. And actually, Kenny's not even far enough in to take the shot if they try and jump, so... And G2, when the bomb goes down, they're going to be really upset about that. Retaking this 3-on-3 is going to be almost impossible. Yeah, there's the position I wanted to have him in the beginning. How do you do this? There is a Molotov on Guardian just put out there, so that's going to buy a little bit of time. And flashbangs is all G2 have to try and get back into it. Kenny, you throwing in one. Not in, no peeks happening behind that. Nexus got the other one And this coordination between these three players is going to be everything. Guardian setting up for a kill. Actually misses that one, even though it looked easy. It doesn't matter. Nexa is going to be alone in a 1 versus 3 now. And with the bomb already that far ticked, I just don't see any way that this can happen. They're not going to give him any peeks at this point in time. So nice round out of NAVI. Close to a turnaround with that double shot, but it doesn't work out that way.
Yeah, unfortunately, the fact the B bomb site was lost. I mean, that round's won by simple. Not even the kills. So those are obviously very nice. It's just mostly the fact that he takes control of that bomb site. It's such a long way for G2 to recover and get into position even for the retake. 20-20. 35 kills on Nexa now. 33 on Jax. We've got 33 on Simple on the other side of things.
Yeah, Nex has been playing a fantastic game. The Molotov bounces the wrong way. The smoke, though, will make it impossible to get that shot cleanly, so at least there is that. Kenny expecting maybe someone up on the box down in lower dark, but not finding anyone yet. 20-20, oh no. Kind of messing that up a little bit.
Glad we got it there. Kenny controlling this with the op. Still Almanac with one in the B bomb site, again alone, as you pointed out.
Yeah, that's been happening so much, you almost feel like it should be more exploitable, but it's always hard to know whether or not Navi have the information.
That's the problem, you just never know when he's alone, so yeah, tough to make that call. Kenny, blinded, takes the shot and just backs away. Catwalk control again for Navi. 2 defenders for G2 at the A bomb site. Jax is going to be all alone in pit, but he won't have anyone attacking in his direction. Deep nade does a bit of damage to Guardian Electronic, and here comes the Navi utility.
Oh, look at who's trying to get in position. Nexa. He's just playing anti-flash with the knife out. That's so risky. And when are they going to come through? He's not seeing anything yet, obviously. 30 seconds on the clock, and they're going to find him. Simple, quick eyes, and just able to see him right away. Kenny with a shot, and no one peeking behind. I thought maybe they would try and run him down. He's going to set up another grenade, and he gets that kill on Guardian. That's huge for Kenny. A massive defense being set up right here. Ooh. And he takes down Simple. He's so fast with the trigger. And now no bomb plant. 10 seconds for Flamey. No chance at all. Kenny with the quad kill to shut them all down in this round. That was a heroic effort.
That was a spectacular round from Kenny S. Those shots are tough to hit, and he nails them all. Never giving up complete control of the bomb site. Always grabbing a new angle as he fights in retreat. The flashbang as well even gave an assist over to Hunter, so Kenny took part in all 5 kills in the round. 21-20. And Kenny S has put G2 just 1 round away from a victory. Ooh.
We've all been there.
We all know that moment. We all know what that feels like.
But obviously now is not a good time for it.
I like this. Look at the difference in G2. Oh, Kenny he's just building upon this. That's great. Opening kill onto Boomich. The change in the defense, they put 2 players in the B bomb site. They put Kenny S in mid. They said, we've stopped you at A twice. Let's see if you change things up. Simple's going to be forced into action.
He's trying to exploit that smoke. He's done it before with great success. Nexa in the corner, though, and he's going to beat him to it, taking down Simple. That's going to be a huge win here. Could very well be that this is what it takes to bring G2 to a victory on the first map. 5 versus 3 with under a minute left now on the clock, and they're starting to set up for some sort of catwalk execute here. They need some sort of mistake here. Kenny's out at long, and he's not been making many mistakes for the last couple of rounds here.
I think the only mistake being made right now at G2 is just entirely giving up the A bomb site. Everyone's backed away from it. 3 players over towards B are controlling long, so I mean it's great. It's still going to be tough for Navi to actually win this. They're going to have to spend a lot of utility because they don't know that the bomb site's been given up. But you're allowing Navi to get the plant and also get into the post-plant positions.
If he can get a kill, Kenny, just if they walk across it, that would obviously be different, but they're going to put the bomb down on the catwalk facing side. Nexa, a little bit of a spray. 1 kill probably makes the difference here. Flamey will pick up 1 headshot on Nexa, and let's see if what you said is right. Did they give them too much space and too much room to work with here? 3 versus 4 now, and all of Navi right on top of each other. Good kill for Hunter. He does go down, but now the rest are coming in to try and solve this, and it will be solved by Kenny. A last kill there for the double, and they win it in double overtime. 22-20.
It's a loud, satisfying war cry from the French.
Yeah, I mean, the idea to give things up, it's just a bit of a scary prospect.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, you could see how that could have gone wrong.
Yeah, if they go back to catwalk instead of all three trying to peek long into you, that could have been dicey. I mean, obviously a lot of ifs there, but either way, you have to say props to GG, props to NAVI as well. That was well played from both sides. We had a little bit of everything. We had some really cool tactical calls. We had some really cool individual plays and clutches. But, I mean, again, I think both of us expressed that we're excited for this NAVI team and this G2 team, and that was a fun map.
It was a fun map. Hope we can get more of that next.
Overpass is next.
Yeah, Overpass is going to be a lot of chances for some more battles there as well. That's going to be